YouTubers. Trying to do a spiritual video right now. Kind of clear the air about some stuff. Basically what's going on with everybody right now. Just talking about really the reality of a spirit world that we share and how it can fulfill our natural birthright of always being happy no matter what the circumstances. Usually when you first start to learn about it, you start to live there, you really are challenged and you figure out that it's actually the funnest thing to do and the healthiest and the best for everybody and everything if you live there. So then once you're finally given money after you've seen everything, then you'll still live there because it's really the way to be. So, I'm still kind of in the place where I'm waiting, if ever I'll get any money or anything. It's to be determined, but right now I'm being fearless and still living in that magical realm always because it's fun and I see how it's beneficial for everybody and me. And, I receive all the benefits of being there, and that's really where I want to be and I'm going to stay. And I guess the challenge is if I ever do receive, any cash flow or anything, I'll be challenged to still be there or not, and that's kind of what the deal is with everybody. But right now I'm still in my humility and in the spirit world of magic and basically miracles 24/7. We're always really in a place of miracles because we're in human life, but once you see more and more of them along your journey, you'll see that they're actually happening around you, and if you look for them in every second, they'll be there, no doubt about it. It's just the way things are. It's the pure truth. So when everybody's living here, we'll be in a golden age, and it's going to happen eventually. We've seen, bits and pieces of this transformation as we go on. People talk about the year 2012 and everything. We're 2 years past that. Some people say it doesn't happen. Some people say it did. And some people say that they were spiritual and then it didn't happen, so they just kind of folded and weren't completely spiritual anymore. As for me, I kept being there, in that world. I call it source world, where really everything's source and anything can be a communicator for the divine because the divine's inside of it. That divine omniscience that knows everything from a holistic perspective. With the great change, everybody who stays will see this clearly, and it's not really going to become too much of a challenge to see this with anything, because the universe is with anything, no matter what. Even if someone's suffering, you'll see that might be the purest part of them, is their frustration. And then that's where you are asked to send your love if you're around them, if you want to see the purity in that, and realize that any piece of human life is a gift from Source. Even the slightest thing that annoys us is a gift from Source. It's a challenge to go farther. We're dared in every second by the Creator to go a little bit farther and keep expanding. Basically, every moment contains one dare after another to be dealt with. Some people completely do the dare and some people don't. You'll find out it's funner if you actually do the dares and the things that are asked for you to do by the spirit world, and that's not always like, a voice coming. It's like, do this, do that, go run up the mountain. It's really just to keep your energy and your presence. That's the first thing you'll learn is you want to always keep your presence because it's always healing you. and you'll feel a force moving through you, just like George Lucas talked about in Star Wars. So you always feel that, and it's the best thing ever, and it feels almost like you're experiencing a drug like cocaine in every second, and it's good for you and you know it's healthy, and you don't want to lose that. And when you're there all the time, you'll be able to help the world in a very great capacity, and you'll become fearless, like a lion. You'll be able to help people. So you'll be a fearless lion, and you'll enjoy it, and you'll get really everything and more that any drug can give you on Earth in a healthy way, if you go with this energy. I know that's a big claim to make. Some people are saying, I heard this guy talking about this, and I don't know if he was really straight up with me about it, but Spirit will give you more than any drug can if you go with it. And that's what drugs are, is basically they teach you how to kind of live in the spirit world, and you'll be experiencing stimuluses or stimuli, whatever, that a drug will give you if you're in the spirit world without a drug, and it will be healthy, and everything that you get will always be for the highest good for everyone involved. It's not just like good as in good, it's the highest good for everybody. It's so much better than just saying, okay, I'm a good person, I'm going to give $10 to charity. It's being in a place where you're totally on par with everything that's happening, and you're completely being yourself. You're in tune with every event. You're not going to miss a bird flying over your head that's really cool because you're trying to think. You're going to be drawn through your presence to see the bird, or you'll hear a little chirp from anything and see the bird, or you'll see basically energy beyond this world go up to the bird, and you'll follow that trail, and eventually you'll see like that bird. You're not going to miss an event. So it's the highest good for all concerned, basically, on you having a good time and you not missing anything in the moment even. It's better than just giving to charity. So that's kind of some of the things that hook you into being in Source World, is you'll see miracles like that, and you'll see other miracles too, and you won't want to ever let those go. You'll be able to communicate with angels and everything. And 24/7 basis, they're not going to always be saying things that you think are helping unless you look behind them and keep digging into what they're saying. Sometimes you could be frustrated, but angels will tell you like the right thing to say to somebody. I'll be talking to somebody in a store, and then an angel will come through them between time that they don't really understand, and then give me like a couple words to say, and I'll incorporate that with whatever I'm saying. And once I say that, they'll be happy. They'll be like, oh yeah, and they'll totally get it, and I won't have to really deliver what my mind was thinking, because those words I said gave us the clarity that we needed to move forward. And if I had words in my mind that I was going to say, I just push those aside because I don't need them anymore. So you'll see things like that, and you'll also see the spirit energy. We all have third eyes, so you can see spirit energy move throughout your environment and give you certain forms. Like today I saw the head of a deer when I was going on a walk, and then I dipped into the woods and I saw 2 deer inside of the woods. So you'll see things like that if you're beyond greed, and you always want to be helping people, and you always want to keep up your presence and fulfill your duty as a soul being here. Because once you realize you're a soul, you realize that duty that comes with it. And when you fulfill that, you'll be part of the magic and the miracles 24/7. So this is basically what people on Earth are realizing, and you don't have to wait if you don't want to. You can kind of cut the corner of saying, okay, well, everyone has to get there before I do. You can just go. Nothing's stopping you but yourself. So if you want to get to this world, you can get there. And it's a world beyond suffering and frustration if you're willing to do the dares like I'm talking about. If you're fearless enough to answer the calls of spirit and what they asked you to do, and you see the light, and you use your superpowers, and you use the light as power that's actually coming through you like a wizard, then you'll be in Source World, and you won't suffer, and you'll become very strong and healthy. Incredibly strong. If you listen to the angels all the time, and you're with your aura, which I haven't really talked about, but it's the energy that we see around us, and the presence that you feel. If you're with that and you're with the angels, there's no doubt about it. You'll become a super strong person, and you'll be happy with who you're becoming. Sometimes you might say, oh, I need like a little bit of money, or when's the money finally going to come, or when am I finally going to have a place of my own? When am I finally going to like be the star that wish I could? It's just like, all right, man, peace, those thoughts will come up, but just peace. Be at peace with everything, and that's all you ever want. You don't need to live like a movie star because, basically I would say just grow up, because if you're trying to live like a movie star all the time, you're not really caring about everybody and the whole universe. If you're caring about everybody, then that's who you want to be anyway, because you want to be a loving person. And if you think that, you deserve something that you don't already have, like, whatever, man. Because, the greatest energy is available for you to be a loving and fearless person right now. And if you go with that, you'll be, like, totally in an adventure all the time, and you'll be a character in an amazing story. So, there you go. Like, if you want something that you don't have, like, sorry, dude, like, you can have amazing feelings and see amazing things and hear amazing intelligence and see miracles and hear voices from higher intelligence telling you the future or the right things to say or whatever all the time, and you won't miss a bird go by, and you're gonna see people just right, and it's from such a pure place. Like, even if you're gonna want to like see like a girl the right way, then like you'll see her the right way. Like if you're in a store and like you'll see like an aura just kind of stop, like you have to stand there. You can stand there and then look around, and then you'll see like a girl like the right way that you wouldn't have seen. It's from such a pure place that you'll have it all. You'll have everything. And then once you have money, you won't have to ask yourself the question, am I going to live in the spirit world or not? You're always going to be in the spirit world because it's that good. And that's where we're all going. These past few years have been somewhat of a transition, and there's a couple more to go. And if you wish to live as a soul, and be part of the golden magic and the golden age around you. You don't have to wait, be there now. And you'll experience the life of your dreams. I guarantee it. So I'm going to peace out now. I love you, YouTube. If you're watching, please be a good person and live in this world. And if any of these pointers helped you, then that is amazing. And if they didn't help you, then that's okay too. My name is Joe Bennett, and peace out.